If we locked in, ain't no switching up. Brody came home, went to pick him up. Nigga killed my mans, I'm riding with a picture up. Shoot back to the crib, went to pick the switches up. Stolen track hard, got it tinted up. Caught him outside, now he in the blunt. Ain't no falling off, I done put 2 million up. Nigga, ain't no falling off, I done put 2 million up. Catch his ass.
What's up?
Hey.
It's your girl Chrissy.
And I'm Lee.
And this is the Think Twice Podcast. We at the end of season 2, y'all. I can't fucking believe it. Oh my God.
Let's check this out.
So how you been?
I'm good. Yeah, that's the standard answer, right? I've been chilling out. Well, I've been chilling this week. I really didn't go to the gym that much just because my body was aching. But other than that, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Speaking of body aches, I went to the gym and I think I went a little too hard. So I know what you mean with the sore body. But overall, good. Simple working. Trying to just get ready for this winter that is on the way. But we'll be all right.
What you getting ready for the winter for?
The snow. I'm so sad. I hate this time of year, except for Christmas.
I do have to get ready for the snow. Like, yeah, I think I need it's a lot to do for the snow.
Not you hold the mic like a talk
show. I
host.
love it though. And this is gonna make sure I talk into the mic.
Very true. All right, so on to how do you feel about One day we gonna have theme songs in the future. Watch.
We are.
Little press a button.
Or it could just be random like we.
It could continue to be random. Yeah, they make me laugh. Why not? You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Okay.
I feel like you should go first because mine is going to be a little bit of a talk.
Okay, you're a little talker.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about Sweetie's song? What was the name of that song?
What was the name of that song?
Don't You Tell It or
Don't
Say Nothing.
Don't Say Nothing, I think. Yeah.
How did you feel about that song? We just listened to it and I did not get your reaction.
I was taken aback because the song was decent. I give it about a 6 out of 10. But in terms of the accusations that are out here, it's a very bold song. I feel like she's kind of saying that she did fuck with Offset. Have you heard of this? Okay. Yes, I feel like she's like kind of agreeing.
I feel like she's agreeing as well.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I put that nigga, but he got a loose mouth. But his tongue was on my throat. Like,
them niggas is literally like
family.
And that nigga got a wife. Do her and Cardi B got any songs together?
Ooh, I don't think so. But do they got beef now?
I think they said it wasn't true. Offset and Cardi B both denied.
But she just waited all this long to make a song about it. I definitely think it's true.
And Quavo said it.
And they the whole couple broke up because of it. Like I
thought they broke up because of him. I didn't know it was because of her.
Maybe I'm mixing up my timeline, but
it could have been. I thought it was because of him cheating.
It probably was because of him cheating.
Or maybe he was saying he was doing it in retaliation to her.
I don't know. Either way.
And then they get into like a whole fight, like a Beyonce Jay-Z type of moment.
In the elevator, yeah.
Girl, y'all can't be Beyonce. And of course shit go down when it's $1 billion in the elevator.
I was just listening to that song.
Was you?
Literally the song that turned off before I got out the car.
I was screaming.
And it was so crazy because I was like, Beyonce, I know I gotta be $1 million. We was only playing 1,000 on Cornell, and I was ready to whoop somebody's ass. Like, okay, that don't explain why Solange beat Jay-Z ass.
It does not.
I was ready to whoop my sister's husband ass.
Not the sister husband. It be like that, And maybe he probably deserves it if you want to do it. Yeah. So yeah, sweetie girl, keep it, keep it in house, but maybe people be wanting people to talk. They want to create buzz around their name. Good, what they say?
A good publicity is all publicity. I get these phrases wrong.
I'm screaming. I think it's that what technically it's all publicity isn't good publicity. But
I had it right in my own way.
yes, we'll give it to you. But I feel like I've heard somebody also say all publicity is good publicity because you have talk around your name, whether it's positive or negative.
And, you keeping people checking out your music now. Like, we did just go give her another stream because of the song.
Very true.
Yeah.
It was decent. I was just telling you earlier that I think she had mentioned that she had got PTSD because she was on a show and they asked her to freestyle and the freestyle went viral and it was horrible.
Yeah.
And then she said she had PTSD from that whole moment. I thought that was funny. Not the PTSD funny, but funny that you got PTSD from a bad freestyle.
Yeah, and the freestyle was bad.
It was bad.
But I feel like, I don't know. So we know she goes by pretty bitch music, pretty girl this.
Okay.
They're gonna try you 10 times harder because of that. So I don't feel like every rapper is a freestyler. A lot of men don't freestyle on cue.
Yeah.
Because they say it's a moment to where somebody can embarrass you, and if they not used to freestyling, that's not their thing. They're a writer, they write it, they go in the studio. That's different. So I feel like it was definitely a moment to where she got set up, but I also feel like she got to work on her bars too. She got to work on her bars.
I agree with all of that. And I also agree if you feel like, I'm not really in the space right now to where I could freestyle and feel comfortable. Girl, you are the star. You should be able to tell them, I'm not doing that.
Kristen, right now, let's do a freestyle. You ready?
Girl, listen, when I tell you I'm the shittiest freestyler I know, it might should be my name is Kristen.
Okay, we can do it. Okay, let's go.
I'm literally screaming.
I'm gonna start off. Okay. It's Natty E in the 313 with my girl Chrissy, and we on
T.
And we turn. Oh.
I'm screaming. Please. These people go turn off the stage shit. Listen, when I'm listening to something and niggas just start doing shit, I would turn that shit the fuck off. Don't turn us off.
It's not like we dropped a full 16 bar.
I'm sorry. I know it was me. Oh my god.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about? So in our last episode, we started talking about it, but how do you feel about Love Is Blind season 3?
Okay, so Love Is Blind season 3. It took me a while to watch, and at first I was like, "Oh, these motherfuckers boring." They are boring. They don't got much of a personalities. Nobody really standing out like they did the first few seasons, other than the Asian guy who was fake crying on TV.
Girl, it was hilarious. This man said, "Is this all right?" With the eye drops in his eye, act like he cried.
Sir, you did not care. Okay, so let me get back to that. I thought they were boring, so I took a pause, and then the reunion came out. And I started seeing all the stuff about Nancy and Bartiz, and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" So then I tuned back in, and it was not great. It was interesting to see more raw emotions this season. I felt like the first 2 seasons, they were definitely cut out. You didn't really see the nitty gritty questions that they got to ask their partners. When Nancy and Bartiz got into the conversation about the abortion and would she have one if something came up with the baby and they would be have disabilities, and so Bartiz is like, "Of course I would keep my child." I feel like he was just saying what he thought she wanted, and then Nancy was like, "Well, actually no, I wouldn't." And so that was one of the realest conversations. And then when Nancy's brothers rolled up on Bartiz,
I love her little brother.
Love her little brother.
Yeah.
He was not playing.
Was they from Louisiana or something? Because he had a little spice to him.
Twang.
He had a little twang. He was like, that little boy ain't got nothing to do with my sister. I said, okay.
Okay. Like, he shouldn't have been playing at the house. He told him at the house he was gonna probably fight him. Like,
yeah.
So yes, I just feel like a lot of the excuse me. I feel like the women were kind of desperate this season, but then like they stood their ground a little bit later on. Okay, what do you feel like? What's going on in your head?
Yeah, I feel like you was going into it. I also agree that the women they just took a lot of shit. Like you said, seemed desperate. And then the men seemed very not good for the show. But then this was my first season watching. I watched like a half of the first episode of the first season. But other than that, this is my only season I've seen. I just think it's a very interesting concept to have people talk, like speed date damn near, not see each other. Then once you like come down to it, like, oh, I'm fucking with this person. Then you see them, then y'all expected to live together and make a final choice on if y'all want to get married all in the span of like, what, a month or two? These niggas is getting married in like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
That shit, like, that right there, stuff like that is why the divorce rate is so high in the United States. Because y'all not even marrying for like, because you actually want to get married. Like,
yeah. I feel like some of the women on there, like, they definitely aren't on there for marriage. I just don't feel like they're choosing quality men candidates, like, for marriage. Because SK
oh my God,
girl.
And you know what? It was something about him. And honestly, I didn't think that old girl was gonna go for him. I honestly did not.
I didn't think she was either. Okay, so let's talk about SK. Let's talk about the couples.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. It'll be in the caption.
You should have watched this by now.
You should have watched it.
Anyway, so SK and Raven. I didn't start off really liking Raven. She seemed real shallow to me, kind of vain. Like,
yeah. This bitch was working out on the dates.
Like,
bitch, you're doing jumping jacks and talking to me, and I can hear you. Like, your breathing is going up and down. Like, girl, you're being very disrespectful. I wouldn't have dated her.
That was super disrespectful. Like, she just seemed like, she was just all about herself. So I was talking to Italian. She was like, oh, you know, she's a Pilates instructor. Like, they care about themselves. I'm like, no, she was self-absorbed. Like,
yeah, agreed.
And so with her, like, I thought she was so washed. I didn't even expect her friends to be black.
Agreed. I was surprised.
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
And so when she was getting along with SK in the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is different.
Very different. Like I said, he did not seem like who I thought she'd go for. I think she'd go for a white guy or a black guy that presents as a white guy.
Yeah.
Not like a full-blown Nigerian man.
Yeah, no. Yeah. And then SK tries to like, I'm SK. I'm a student. And I just...
You want to be white so bad.
I'm a nerd. I don't know if you respect my culture. So SK came on like, oh, I'm the international nerd that none of the girls will talk to. No, nigga, you was flying bitches out all over the world.
And did you hear that old girl who was trying to extort them or some shit? Like,
no.
To keep the information? Like, she was trying to get money out of them?
No.
But what I had seen, so, like we said, spoiler alert, it was a girl who came out on social media pretty much saying, like, she was talking to SK and he was, supposed to be engaged to Raven. And SK was pretty much telling her that they were not, like, that was like a show. It's just a show. Like, she not my real fiance. So then the girl was like, well, let me talk to her then. And of course that never happened. So then I think that's when the extortion, I read that somewhere. I don't even know if it's like 100% true. But, yeah, I read that. She was trying to get some money about it though.
And I can see it too, like, oh, to try to keep his name clear.
Mm-hmm.
Cause so what got me back into the show and I stopped at the like episode 2 was I seen this tweet and this one girl was like, I actually know SK in real, and this before all like BS came out about him. She's like, I actually know SK in real life, and I don't know what the editors and producers did, but that's definitely TV. He's actually like a really nice, like, sweet guy in person, like.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, ooh, SK don't seem that way on the show. Like, he doesn't seem like he's not sweet on the show.
Yeah.
So I felt like people knew like all this stuff was gonna come out about him. In order for those tweets to come out like weeks before everybody knew the BS about him. So, yeah, I didn't expect them to be a couple, and I still feel like it was awkward. I do feel like they took their time, which was more realistic. But yeah, I didn't expect him to say no, but I know I know, so.
Yeah, and honestly, I did expect him to say no, and I expected her to say no when they got to that point. And I also expected, what's her name?
I'm trying to pull up the people.
I know, because there's so many people names to remember.
Colleen.
Cole and Zenab. I knew that they were not going to make it. She hated that nigga's guts. You could sense it. Like she was talking to him so harshly. He could say something small and she's like piercing. But I understand because he would say little slick shit.
He would.
And you don't know how, like, they just showing little glimpses of conversations. She's been having to live with this nigga, you know.
Yeah.
Like, he was saying something about, like, her eating, like, 2 fucking oranges. He, you know, complimented the other girl. Like, you more so the girl I would go for.
That was the disrespectful
girl,
shit.
That was disrespectful.
So when he said that and did that to, like, talking about Colleen, like, that was super disrespectful. And the fact that, like, you never go back and tell that person you find somebody else attractive. It's different when it's a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, like Michael B. Jordan. I don't know why I thought Michael.
Because he's fine.
He is fine.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan's so fine. You talking to your boyfriend like, yeah, he fine.
Because he know you're not gonna get with this nigga.
Like what? I'm not gonna get with them. But y'all still doing pool parties and mixers and stuff with the people that you're comparing me to. Like, that's not cool at all. And I feel like after that, like, Zenab, like, didn't really fuck with him like that, but she wanted to make it work. At the end though, I feel like she was
heated. She tore into that nigga.
I feel like
she was broken.
No, I feel like she was wrong.
Wrong for cutting into him in front of everybody like that?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't think it should have been in front of everybody.
I feel like she was super fake. And that I feel like she played that victim role well. I really do think she was the villain at the end of the situation.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that they both had parts to play. I think both of them could have done better.
Cause did you see the whole oranges little clip at the end?
Yeah. I literally just watched it before I left.
He was like, and I'm around guys, so I am around guys a lot. So I usually, you know, pretty good on picking up if it's like some shadiness.
You think he was being more playful? He
was definitely being playful. He didn't say, "Oh, well, you need to watch them oranges." He was just like, he like, "Oh, you about to eat that?" Like, he like, "Save your appetite, cause we gonna cook tonight." He was saying
it playfully, yeah.
He's like, "Save your appetite, cause we gonna eat up tonight." Like, he's just like, "Don't spoil your appetite." It wasn't like you're eating these oranges again.
I think it was,
and she definitely
she took it and
villainized it and had the whole like cast against him. So as he broke down on the stage, I felt so bad for Cole. Like, he really looked like he was broken. Like, he was broken at the end of that.
Yeah, I do think she hurt his feelings, but I also feel like I said, he definitely said some hoe ass shit. And I feel like it just built up and built up and built up. Like she was saying, she would jump on him at the smallest shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when somebody's already getting on your nerves and then like they say something that you take the wrong way, that's why I feel like she reacted the way she did and kept talking about it. Like, girl, it's not that deep. That part wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
But when she's coupling it with everything else that has happened and he said, that's where I think she got all that from.
Yeah, and I feel like she didn't say it. Like, she didn't say those frustrations throughout the situations. It would just be like, well, I can still see myself being with Cole, and I still see myself fully being married. And then at the altar, you're like, teeth out, gnashing. Like, girl, where was you at this whole season?
And that's
like,
that's how I felt about them, and I felt that way about Bartice and Nancy.
Yeah.
This nigga they was like, literally every couple did that before the wedding day. They were talking about, you still want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And in none of these conversations did they say no before they got to the altar.
Exactly.
I like that part fucking bamboozled me. Like, y'all waiting until y'all families is here to say no. Like, Bartice, I do not. Nigga, we was just talking yesterday or whenever the fuck that shit was shot recently.
And you said that you wanted to. Nigga looking like Bert. Like,
He looks, that's exactly what I said. He looks like fucking Bert.
talk about Nancy don't look like. Nancy had big old boobs. Nancy was beautiful.
Her and Zaynab were beautiful.
They were both
All
gorgeous.
of the ladies were beautiful.
They were gorgeous.
Yeah. And he like, looks matter. Well, just say she not your type. Like, that's what you need to say.
And like, what is your type?
Yeah. And, you know, I knew that they weren't going to get married when she was saying, you know, that she loved him for who he was,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't love her for who she was. I knew it was done for at that point. You already feel like the nigga don't even love you for you, so why would you even try? Why would y'all meet each other at the altar? What's going on here? Like, where's the disconnect?
There you go, right there.
Girl, and he not cute.
And he not cute. Talking about Nancy. Nancy was pretty.
She was pretty. Out of his league pretty.
Actually.
Yeah.
And he was a broke boy compared to her. She had multiple properties and homes and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just insecure because she got this with her ex. No, you're insecure because you can't match up.
Exactly. And then what was the couple? I decently liked them. Alexa
and Brennan.
Yeah, they were cool.
They were like the only couple I liked.
Yeah, same. I really liked her. Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was very real, I feel, for plus size women.
Yeah.
Now, I won't say that she like made everything about her being plus size, but she definitely brought it up from time to time. Like, I'm a curvy girl, so
Mm-hmm.
you know, like, I have to make sure that I'm actually what he's interested in, because we all fucking know, just like fucking Zaynab with her, oh, I only ate a spoonful of peanut butter and orange to finish. Like, we're not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm gonna eat and I'm curvy. Do you like this?
Right
and that
now.
nigga was like, yeah.
Yeah. And I cook. So what's up?
What's up? Yeah, I like
Love the
them.
energy.
Yeah.
But I feel like the women were really pretty, and Alexa's also boss ass bitch. She has her own like condo. Her family got money, so
Okay. Her daddy looked rich.
He
was kinda fine. Yeah.
He looked well grown.
He looked very well grown.
Love a well grown.
Yes. And then what was Colleen and Matt? Matt, I could just tell.
Is this okay?
Is this okay?
Is this okay?
He seems like a very manipulative person. Like how he seemed like he blows up like
For nothing.
yeah.
Even like the whole situation where, he asked the cameraman, would you be okay if your girl called another man attractive and you're engaged? No, it's over. I would have left the show then. Like, oh, it's over? Because I'm petty. Oh, it's over? Well, it's done.
It's done, and so am I.
I'll see you
Okay.
at the reunion, love.
Okay. Because he did entirely too much. Now, okay, the time where she was out at like 2:30 in the morning and didn't tell him like what was going on or anything, or he said she had a club at 2:30 in the morning or something. Okay, like that is a little, you know, a little eyebrow raising. Like, girl, why you at the club at 2:30 on Wednesday? Like, that's very fucking odd. But also,
I be doing that shit.
but also, like, he was blowing up on like, oh yeah, well, I'm ready to leave on other shit. So that tells me that at the slightest inconvenience, he's going to fucking leave her, and they're not going to last.
And he kept, like, he was one of the only people who was like, yeah, I was married before, and I'm not gonna let anybody else do this to me. Like, dog, who chose these men for this season?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't clearly see he was not healed.
He's still hurt from his ex-wife. That's why he always bring up that he was in a 10-year relationship and that she cheated on him. She got pregnant with the other man baby, and that's the last time I heard from her. Like, just, yeah, I agree. They need better vetting. They also need a psychologist on deck.
Yeah, immediately.
It's been a lot of emotional moments where I definitely feel like things could have escalated. And then with old girl at the end, she was talking about Zenith when she was on the, you know, doing her little rant. She was talking about how much Cole has made her confidence go down and all of that. And I'm just like, somebody should have been on scene. It's Ayala, somebody.
Yeah, somebody should have been on scene for him, for her and Cole.
For both of them. Like, she hurt him.
Yeah, she did some emotional damage, and he did too. But yeah, Matt and Cole, like Colleen, not Matt and Cole, but Colleen and Matt, she was just at the reunion, like sis might as well have been jumping on her skin. So I hope that divorce is next.
Yeah,
it's not death. I can wish divorce on people because some people don't need to be together.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, if you haven't watched Love is Blind, definitely, you know, check it out. It's an interesting show. I'll give it that.
I wanted to go on it before, but now I'm like, if they just choosing any old everybody. And I'm plus size, so they probably... Like, Alexa was plus size, but she like white girl plus size.
Exactly. She's not real curvy with an ass.
Yeah, no.
She was like, have a little dip, you know, have a little hip, a little butt, you know, but nothing real.
Yeah. Well, it's real.
It's real, but nothing big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that. Dang, we spent a lot of time on that.
Wow.
But now we going into the thick of it.
Hey.
Into the thick of it.
What?
Into the thick of it.
What's
Okay, I'll start us off. All right, so as y'all know, Kim and Kanye divorce final. Bro gotta pay her $200K for child support. I just seen a clip of Erica Mena crying her little eyes out for the money that she's getting from Safari for the 2 kids, which I think was between $2,000 and $4,000. And this bitch is getting $200,000 for Kanye West kids. Very crazy. And I wanted to say, she got 4 of your kids, got you for 18 years. I know somebody paying child support for one of his kids. His baby mama car and crib is bigger than his. That's about you. You was foreshadowing. Oh my God. You was foreshadowing, Kanye. Like, it's very crazy to me. And when they get on, they leave your ass for a white girl. Did he not have a black girlfriend before he got on?
He did.
The universe doesn't lie, okay? And he told the truth on himself.
He loaded into fruition.
He really did.
But yeah, I mean, that's nothing to him. He gonna be okay. I really don't.
When you're a billionaire,
literally, like you just said, like he foreshadowed that, like he literally wanted that life for himself, and he made it. So I really don't feel bad for. I do feel like, you know, his mental health is in the gutter, but I also feel like he keeps putting it in, he keeps putting his foot in his mouth, like nobody around him to stop. So this is his kids, his ex-wife, so pay your money.
It's your kids, hey.
It's your kids.
Take care of your kids.
And then like he recently, well yesterday, last night, he let's break the window before we get out of here on Twitter. I caught this guy with Kim, good night, and it's Chris Paul. And so Chris Paul is trending today because Kanye accused Kim of being with Chris Paul. So he's still doing wild stuff, still putting his foot in his mouth, still not keeping quiet, knowing when to shut up, losing constant money, and he's literally driving himself into the hole. So
yeah, definitely. And yeah, he probably said it like that because his account got suspended on Twitter. So yeah, that's what he talking about before I go out of here.
Yeah.
He knew what the fuck was coming.
He didn't know what was coming.
Yeah.
So my next one on here is a girl tweeted. Her name on Twitter is Stem and Skin Sabrina, the Sabrina Experience. And she said, I used the Dove spray on deodorant and it gave me a weird cyst. I thought it was maybe an ingrown hair, but every day it would get bigger and more painful. Came to the ER and they literally had to cut it open or it would have eventually got into my bloodstream. And so she tweeted this story about 6 days ago. And a lot of people's story has been coming out ever since. So more and more people have been sharing their story about when they use Dove spray on deodorant. They get large cysts up under their underarms. And so just wanted to bring that to attention. I do foresee a lawsuit coming out soon. Because so many people are sharing this experience. So I caught myself under my underarms this week. For real. Because I was like, stop playing with me. And it has some Dove spray deodorant, but it's the zero aluminum, and a lot of people are saying like maybe it was because of the aluminum in the deodorant. But no, if people are literally saying spray on deodorant, TikTok has taught us that we live the same lives with so many people. Yeah. So it's not just aluminum in the deodorant. It's something else going on. If hundreds of people are coming out telling their story now.
Yeah, agreed. And sidebar, it is crazy how many things where I be like, damn, I thought I was the only one. Or damn, I didn't know that this was as prevalent. Like when I see stuff on TikTok. Yeah, very crazy that we all have, like not we all, but people have shared experiences. But about the Dove spray, we actually have to use, well, I haven't been modeling for real anymore, but when I was modeling, we had to use spray on deodorant because they don't want to see the white, under your arms. So I didn't have any issues, but then again, I was only using it for like shows and stuff. So damn. Well, shit. Hey, if they put a lawsuit out there, put a link because I bought some. I can show you the bottle.
I still like the bottle.
Okay.
I'm actually keep it because I've been meaning not to use it. But I also don't want to use it, so I thought about throwing it away.
Exactly.
Okay, what's next on yours?
My other one is that big crypto holders have been mysteriously dying. So I saw a recent TikTok where that sound where it'd be like, you don't find that suspicious. So he used that sound and he did screenshots of like all of these people who had like millions of dollars in crypto being mysteriously found dead. And I feel like it's something behind this. I don't know exactly what it is. I saw some speculation, people saying like, they're trying to get rid of these people because they're trying to bring out some type of new age crypto. Personally, I think sometimes niggas got too much money. Somehow they want this shit to disappear or get lost in crypto space. Because what is crypto actually? Digital currency. How do we keep up with digital currency? You
can't really.
You can't. Like I remember when it was like a story about a man who bought like Bitcoin and he couldn't get back into his account. So that shit was like that shit was over with. Yeah. So yeah. So if you like a millionaire with some crypto, just watch your back.
Watch your back.
Yeah.
I feel like some shady deals was done.
It's definitely some shady shit.
Like they owe somebody some money and you got knocked off. Like
it's some shit, yeah.
Next on mine, okay, so the Good American.
The Good American.
Let me get myself together. Good Morning America co-hosts TJ Holmes and Amy Robach were spotted on a romantic weekend despite both being married. So that was everywhere this week on the news, on Twitter. They was talking about they was running around the neighborhood like Ghost and Angela. And And they were like, they got caught like he was slapping her invisible ass. Like,
not the invisibility.
They was like taking little scrolls together, holding hands. So they got caught big time. And like, do y'all just have the audacity not to be in shame and like hide?
That's what I'm thinking. You're smacking her invisible ass in public, and you got a wife. Okay, wait. Pull up the picture of this man again, because she looked like his type, and he also looked like the nigga you can't trust.
He do look like a nigga.
Sometimes you can look at a nigga and just be like,
you can't trust.
I can't trust you.
I can't trust you.
I swear.
He got that Terrence Howard look.
He do got a Terrence Howard look.
I don't trust
He got
Terrence
the look
Howard.
of a nigga who dangle his kids out the window on that movie.
Michael Ealy.
Yeah.
That's a look.
Yeah, that's a look.
It's so crazy because like growing up with like, okay, I don't know if you ever heard this stereotype, but like, it's a horrible one. But they was like, don't trust dark skinned men because they're mean and they'll beat your ass. Did you ever hear that growing up?
I mean, I could see why people say that, you know, because dark skin has been looked at as violent, even though we know it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It comes in very colors, very
exactly.
You know, slavery.
Yeah.
But I was around a lot of Southern folks, so slavery mentality.
Yeah.
Growing up, it's the opposite. These light skinned niggas
can't trust them. They think they too cute.
Them.
They think they too cute. They too pretty.
And then they whoop ass too.
They will.
So what you talking about, girls?
Yeah.
You misguiding us.
It's all of them. Light skin, dark skin, brown eyes, light eyes. I don't trust none of you guys.
Rich
okay.
nigga, poor nigga.
Okay.
Can't trust them.
Can't trust them.
But yes, they were caught, and it's been like such a scandal. And I know like Good Morning America is like they're having like serious meetings to figure out like what they're gonna do with the host, and I think it's so like it's so much people don't learn from their lessons, especially like after that happened. The tragedy happened with the Try Guys, and Ned got caught, and like that was a huge thing, and a lot of people didn't even know who the Try Guys was before that, and I'm like addicted to the Try Guys, but yeah, it's just all these guys like just getting caught for this.
Well, see, with Ned, you can't trust a nigga who make his wife and being married all about him. Like, that's his whole personality. Because that makes me feel like you're being fake. Ain't no way you love this bitch this much to where that's all you think about and talk about.
Yeah.
No way.
Some people, I don't know. Actually, I'm not even going to try that. I try to put a positive spin on stuff, but
I do too. And I got to learn to stop doing that.
Because it's not.
I be giving people the benefit of the doubt.
I love giving people the benefit of the doubt.
And yeah, my partner was like, stop doing that.
I love giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like, I just feel like, they may have thought that, but maybe not.
Oh my God. I thought that was a Christmas tree on your fingernails this whole time.
No.
But it's the Grinch. Oh my God, that's so cute.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, y'all. Christmas time is coming, and I love the Grinch. It's honestly my favorite Christmas movie because what will I wear? Oh my God. I gotta watch that.
I cannot wait to watch it. I'm gonna try to force my nephews to try to watch it.
You gotta, like, that's like Christmas memories.
Yeah.
I remember when I sat with my auntie and she made us watch this movie, but it turned out to be a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love my nails, and I'm probably gonna get the Grinch again, but I won't like. I'm not gonna tell y'all my nails. I won't.
You gotta show up.
I'm gonna show up.
Yeah.
But yeah, are we going on to
Main topic. Which is
we're not gonna drop it.
what? A recap.
A recap
of 2022. Because we are officially in the last month of the year. I can't believe 2022 has flown like this, honey. It was just the summertime.
It really was.
It really was. And now we're about to enter into 2023. So what have been some of the most standout events of 2022? So like in the world and with Think Twice podcast.
In the world, what the heck happened this year? Ever since COVID, I really am bad with like keeping up with like the timelines of the years. Like everything just kind of blurred
It's blended together. Yeah.
So 2020. I know. Did that Travis Scott thing happen this year?
Was that this year?
I think that was. I think
Afterward was this year. Yeah.
So that was pretty wild to start the year off with. Like everybody hated Travis Scott, and people. First of all, I'm so insensitive. People died. Yeah. And people lost their lives, especially that 10-year-old little boy who shouldn't have been at the concert in the first place. Why did your parents have you there? But people lost their lives, and people were just, I don't know, people wanted something to be mad at. So, I don't know. People really wanted it to be Travis' fault. We talked about this before. And it's like, it's so much stuff that go into production that he don't got nothing to do with. Like, so yeah, that was a big thing for a while. Yeah. For like the first few months, actually.
I wrote down Nick Cannon reached 12 kids.
Oh my god, dog. That nigga's been a menace this year. He's okay, let's give away some awards. Menace of the year.
Goes to Nick Cannon. Yeah.
Dog, sit down. Well, you know what?
Is he really fucking all of these bitches, or is they like getting turkey injected?
No, I think he's popping all.
I think he's popping all of them, and raw. We're thinking raw.
Why dogging it?
Because they're getting pregnant.
Dogging it.
That's crazy.
Well, like
I would never be a rotation bitch knowingly. Never.
Not like 6 on a rotation.
Yeah.
Like y'all got pregnant the same day. Like
that's crazy.
Y'all having y'all babies back to back to back. So he busted down, left your house, then busted down. Probably didn't even wash it off. And then
my uncle said he used to do that. Why did my uncle randomly tell me this? Okay, so one day we was in the car. I know this is a very sidebar story. But one day he had picked me up early from middle school, and I think I was like on my period. I was like cramping. So he was like, "Mom, find somebody to come get me." He came and got me, and for some reason he just wanted to shed this random knowledge. He said, if you ever feel like a man is lying to you or cheating on you, you're probably right. He said, always follow your intuition. He said, I remember when I was younger, I would leave one girl house and go straight to the other girl house without taking a shower. I said, this is like 13-year-old me. So I'm like, this nigga was wild. Like, nigga, and why are you telling me this? But in the long run, he was telling me that to let me know that niggas ain't shit. Because he ain't shit. That's what he was telling me.
It's always the family members trying to drop little gems.
You ain't lying.
But yeah. Nick Cannon, Menace of the Year.
Menace of the Year, yeah.
Oh, guess what?
What?
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
The slap happened this year.
Yes, that was on my list as well.
Oh, dang.
The Oscar slap.
I saw it.
Yeah.
But the Oscar slap, where people was like, oh, googly moogly.
Do you think it was real?
I hope it was, because I would never want to be that embarrassed like Chris Rock. And yeah, I think it was.
You think it was?
Do you think it was real?
Honestly, girl, who knows?
Who knows?
Because they be planning shit, plotting shit, or let's create a stir. And then, how this nigga Will Smith getting like bigger deals after that shit? They're like, oh, that nigga got some balls. Let's give him another leading role. It just didn't line up for me,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was it. So the first black woman was added to the Supreme Court. So shout out to Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Hey,
what award we gonna give her?
We gonna give her
the Pioneer Award.
That's not. That's
I'm
not
like she
real.
Pioneering for black.
I don't want none.
She's like not the pioneer.
Ancestors.
Black Girl Magic.
That's cheesy. Let's give
okay.
her, I'm sorry. Let's give her Best in Class.
Girl.
Is that cheesier? That's probably cheesier than Black. Let's give her the Black Girl Magic on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was screaming. But shout out to her overall.
Shout out to her.
Because great making strides for the culture.
That never really happens, It never happened. So yeah, she's pioneering being Black Girl Magic.
Yes.
She's the best of class.
Yes.
But she got that award.
Definitely.
She's our valedictorian.
Period valedictorian.
Okay, next on my list is honestly something that was more for, I don't know, this wasn't my type of tea. It could have been other people's type of tea, but the Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard case, that was everywhere all summer. Like, what do you, like, I don't even, it wasn't my type of tea, so I didn't even sip it.
I didn't
so
watch
I don't
it.
really know what happened. I just knew she was lying, he was lying, it was some blood splatter. She was like faking situations where he like abused her, but we don't know if it was abuse or not. It was just a lot going on, and it was everywhere though.
Yeah, I think they both probably wronged each other in the relationship, but I feel like she was just getting caught up in the lies.
Yeah.
But it also like reminded the world that men can also experience domestic violence at the hand of a woman.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I guess I hope that they're both healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 This year the fucking Supreme Court overturned, before Kataji, please. They overturned Roe v. Wade, which ultimately led to abortion rights being on the ballot. And in Michigan, honey, we voted yes.
Please.
Thank God, because
your girl.
this ain't Alabama.
Your girl would have been unemployed.
Damn. You gotta be real though.
Unemployed. Other than even more broke than I am now without a job. Imagine being broke with a job and then being broke without a job.
Oh my God.
The hell?
I feel where you're coming from. Yeah. Yeah. But shout out to Michigan.
Shout out to Michigan. And
y'all did
then
something.
it is really sad what the other states did lose their access. And since we have lost access in like central states like around Michigan, like clinics have had like, I'm talking about 100-200%
like
patients
booked up.
Booked up, and people are going through and following through with their appointments more than ever because they have lost that access in their states. So that is a real tragedy. It really truly is, and it's definitely not, the fight is not done. Just because we are free right now in Michigan doesn't mean that shit is not going to affect us. What if we move to a different state and you move to Arizona? It's a wrap. Like, I don't know if Arizona's one. I was just saying that off the top of my head, but I think it is one. But yeah. So
yeah. Fuck the Supreme Court pre-Kentaji, please. You got another one?
yes. The Queen passed away.
Yeah.
The Queen of England.
The Queen of England.
Can you do an English accent?
Hello, Governor. Would you like a biscuit and tea?
That was really good. To me.
You know me and Vicky used to do voices.
Oh yeah, I did. But yeah, the Queen passed away. Rest her soul. Once again, that was my cup of tea.
That is not your act. Do it for real.
What?
Do your British accent for real.
I can't do it. You know I can't do it.
Because what was the? Get it? I did it. You gotta do it.
Give me a okay. Tea and crumpets.
All right, I see what you mean.
I want to do this. Come on the ground, please. Wow.
It's okay.
Don't touch me.
You are amazing at
Don't
so
touch
many
me.
things.
Don't touch me.
But the British accent.
Don't touch me.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, that was a huge thing that happened. And you know, people have been saying she died like last December. And they've been like trying to hide it and cover it up, but unfortunately we lost her this year.
Yeah.
Anything else on your list?
Actually, the Queen, leading into that, the people that we lost this year, that really started to just made me think like, dang, we really gotta cherish life while we here, cause you never know. And y'all gonna know why I'm saying this off the first name. But we have lost Takeoff. Can't go outside. You feel me?
Yeah.
Aaron Carter.
Yeah.
Coolio.
Damn, Coolio died this year?
Girl, I know. Teddy Ray. You know who that is?
Nope.
Teddy Ray. Oh, he was on Def Comedy. He was a comedian.
Okay.
Andre Leon Talley, a fashion icon. I put Queen Elizabeth on there. Bob Saget, Sidney Poitier, the rapper Trouble, Lil Key, PNB Rock. Yeah. And I was looking at a list of like rappers killed. I would say like 95% of the rappers that died this year were because of gun violence. And speaking of gun violence, this is very random, but there have been 617 mass shootings in the United States this year. It's on track to be the second highest year of mass shootings in history.
617.
As of November 29th.
That is wild.
Exactly.
It's scary.
It's very scary.
And it's so many situations where it happened this year to where it was like at a grocery store, at a liquor store, at a movie theater, at school. Like it's just places where you would expect to be in there and out there about 20 minutes, an hour max, and you lost your life because somebody decided to take their emotions out on you. So
yeah, I couldn't imagine that. It's one thing to get killed, it's one thing to die, but to get killed like at the hands of another nigga, that shit, I would be steaming. Is that the word? Steaming. I would be steaming. Okay. It wasn't just because it's not because of me. It's because somebody else did it.
That's somebody else. And you was just an innocent bystander.
Yeah. So definitely cherish the time we have, because we never know.
As far as let's do a moment of silence because I'll be ready.
In the arms of the angel, please. That's what they used to play on the commercials they was trying to get us the dogs. Yeah,
girl, I
donate
used to
the dogs
every time. I used to cry my eyes out like, God damn.
Can we help the dog?
You got a credit card?
I swear.
As far as music this year, Beyonce gave us Renaissance.
Yes. Beautiful.
What else big music was out this year?
Rihanna released a fucking song that's fucking ass.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Well, this is a safe space for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, I heard the song from Rihanna. I said, oh. And then I heard it was written by Tim's. I said, Tim should have kept the song.
She should have kept that and just put it in the vault.
Because Tim's, once you listen to the song and know that, Tim sings with more emotion.
Yeah.
And so one simple word she could say could mean like a lot. She put a lot of emotion in her words. So like, the Rihanna song would be like, oh.
Very dry.
It's very dry.
And I feel like, sis, for your fans, I'm not even gonna say us. I like Rihanna, but I wasn't one of the ones. I just feel like I was just knocking somebody like Lil Afro when I hit the microphone. But I just feel like people, your fans, your diehard fans, have been begging under every picture. Where's music? Where's music? Can we get some music, please? You done had a baby. You done did Fenty, lingerie, makeup, and then you come with this. Sis, keep it.
I never, keep it. I was never really big on her music. Like, she'd come out with bangers, like, you better have my money.
Yeah.
Or, like, little stuff, but, like, never, like, I need to hear Rihanna's album.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't too disappointed. I actually just wanted her to focus on her Fenty lingerie and makeup.
It's the bag. just getting you the bag. So let's, did you know that Rihanna is supposed to headline the Super Bowl?
Oh, really? That's why she tries to drop the music. But it's like, I don't.
Sis, just make the music better than this. Give me a Ponte replay.
Yeah, she gonna have to come a little harder.
Please.
So honorary award of couple who is the menace is Blueface and Krishan.
Oh my God.
They have been torturing us all year. And I just want to give them couple menace award. I am also going through one that shook up the world was the pink sauce. We cannot forget about the pink sauce crave over the summer.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember the pies. Her name was like Pie or something. Had everybody buying that damn pink sauce.
We gotta see. We gotta see what she do.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying nothing else about the pink sauce. My last two are just about us. Okay, so we had our first podcast event with What Up Doe Podcast when we were on the panel. That was this summer. It was very good. I asked the crowd, do y'all eat ass? And people started leaving, but it's okay. Do you remember that? The crowd got silent. Like, why y'all fronting? Like, I know y'all done had y'all ass ate or y'all done ate some ass. Stop fucking playing with me. Like, they was talking about, after dark. Y'all ain't ready for after dark.
Y'all wasn't ready. And it was at the after dark section, like...
They was lame. But What Up Doe Podcast, they was cool.
Yeah. Then what did I say? And then had the crowd going for about like 20 minutes after. Girl.
Oh.
It was like, how do I process dealing with my ex and like a past relationship? And I was like, I could act like they never existed. Like, I have a funeral for them. Or I said some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're dead to me in my mind. And then the crowd went, wow. Is that really processing? You should have said therapy. And I'm like, y'all are strangers, and I'm just trying to find some shit to say. Like,
okay, because they was definitely dragging it.
They was dragging it. Like, girl, whatever. They was coming up there with full little Facebook posts, but verbally loud.
I swear.
Okay, so another big moment for us was getting our news features.
Yeah.
And getting that, like, publications out and having people writing articles about us. Shout out to the blogs that we were featured in. And that was really cool. And even, like, the other day, somebody, like, well, somebody.
A listener.
Trying to sound all mysterious. A follower. It's like, nah. Posted that we were in her top 3 podcasts, and then the other podcast page, Poor Minds, reposted it. And I was like, I know somebody had to look at our page once Poor Minds reposted it.
Did they repost?
They did.
Yes.
So, just getting like a momentum. Oh, and then also, I think this would be a good time to go through our recaps. So, yeah. I'll let you do your last one, but then.
Oh, yes. My last one is that we had our first 3 guests this year. So shout out to Enzo, Orsham, Brittany, and Jasmine.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go check out those episodes. They were great.
Yes, they were amazing. And Jasmine's actually holding an event sometime soon. So.
It was something for like New Year's Eve or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have some great things going on. So we have our Spotify wrap up.
Oh yay! I have not seen this.
Good, because you're trying to be all a little nosy before. So that we are about to see some of our highlights of the year.
Get the highlights.
We have created 1,071 minutes of new content this year. That is more than 92% of the other creators in society and culture category.
Y'all ain't working.
Where y'all at?
Where y'all at?
Meet us at the finish line. Hoes.
Okay. You see what number I see in there? 1017. Brick Squad.
Brick Squad. Okay. How does this go?
I think you're clicking the wrong button.
I think so.
Cause I thought it was gonna go down.
Girl, I told you.
There you go.
Okay.
It's cute though.
It's cute. Okay, so fuck that old lady. That's the episode name. Fuck that old lady had 102% more streams than our average episode. So
Wow.
I don't know why.
Was that our first episode?
I think it was.
Shout out! Oh my god! And fuck that old lady!
Fuck that old lady. Okay. Our very first episode has like the most views. So our podcast loves to travel, and we are seen in, I believe, the top 3 places, of course, are the United States, Brazil,
and the UK,
baby. Hey, where y'all at? What y'all doing?
Okay.
Come, let's be friends. I'm trying to go over there.
I was about to try to say something like a UK person, and I couldn't think of nothing to say.
It's still your accent from earlier, girl.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. You never heard that song?
No.
Oh my god! It's by a guy called Central C, and it's called Doja Cat.
That is funny.
Honestly, how can you be homophobic if your bitch is gay?
Because you know they still can be.
They can't be.
They can.
They can't be.
Okay, so something magical happened between August 21st and the 27th. We had 102% more listeners compared to any other week.
We gotta see what happened. What we
What
lost during that
happened?
week?
What went magical? Tell us.
It's August 21st through the 27th.
Yeah.
That was 8/11.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Shout out to Shy for 8/11 being our, rising star with the episode. So most of our listeners are like podcastologists. So they are podcast aficionados, and they tune in past, present, and gravitate more towards podcasting.
Okay, y'all be on here for the podcast.
Okay, y'all listening. And then we don't need that on.
Girl, I ain't never seen the answers to the polls. That's so crazy. I gotta go through and actually look.
Yeah.
We've done 7 polls.
We've done 7 polls. Okay. And so this says, have you been working out? Because we've seen a lot of gains this year, and that's
you feel me?
Okay, so actually, this is a random question. Do you know how to bark?
Like the cues?
Like like the actual dog, not the cute niggas be like.
I could bark, but it's more of like a chihuahua.
Do your bark.
Woof. Not she a big dog.
Okay, anyway, I don't know. I was watching a movie where they was barking a lot. Anyway.
I was screaming. What was you watching? Lady in the Tramp. What's going on?
It was humans barking.
I was screaming.
I know it was actually a TikTok you sent me with that guy. He was barking. Anyway, I'm okay. So we had 160% increase of listeners this year.
Oh,
yeah. We had a 74% increase in streams. We had about 67 hours of increased content. And our followers increased by 53%.
Shout out to us.
Yeah, so we have, no matter what we're doing, we still moving. Slow momentum is momentum. And yes, lastly, they're going to show us. Do you want to say this one?
We are the #1 podcast for some fans out there.
For some people out there.
I appreciate y'all people. You feel me?
You want to get serenaded? Let me know. I will sing you a song. Because we appreciate y'all being there.
I appreciate you, babe.
And that was it. That was our overview for the last year. I think we did an amazing job. I'm happy.
Me too.
I feel like
our page has grown. This has grown.
we're consistent enough. We
enough.
still put out episodes.
We got whole jobs, y'all. We are working adults.
And then side projects. And then side projects.
And we starting a nonprofit. Like,
okay,
we haven't even talked about that.
We haven't.
Yeah, Self-Care Sanctuary, check us out.
Woo. But yeah, we got a lot going on. So when we put out the content, we have some months where we put 3-4 videos out. We got some months where we put nothing out. And so we're always still thinking about it though. And we support the people that listen and, you know, just support. So,
for sure.
I think we had a good year.
I think so too. Shout out to this.
Yeah.
I was happy to see that. All right. What has been your favorite episode this season?
I would say, okay, so they're all my favorite because I get to do this.
Yeah.
But I would say I See You Sis was my favorite episode of Jasmine. Just because it was, I've known Jasmine since we were like middle school and seen them grow throughout, like, you know, we all seen each other grow up, especially with like social media. Like, you literally watch people grow up even though you don't have to see them, but just seeing like their success with their business and how they're really trying to give back to the community and provide these services for people, and even their journey talking about the ICU book that they wrote was really amazing. That touched me. So I really appreciated that episode and getting that together.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I definitely liked that episode. And, you know, I really couldn't choose just one. I feel like all three were my favorite, all three of our guest episodes. So Sean, who was talking about Detroit's Renaissance and music and his journey, and then Brittany talking about mental health and being a therapist, and then Jasmine talking about going through your 20s and just going through life changes and the book and just everything she has going for herself. So I feel like they all added something, and, you know, I'm just happy that we are growing to where we have people, and then, you know, they are able to share their story, and I think they were really good.
Yeah.
So check those out if you haven't.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so what has been one of the biggest lessons of 2022?
I think I got a couple. One of my biggest lessons is to bet on myself. Was that yours?
No, I was just about to sing a
Oh.
song.
You had to stop yourself.
Yep.
I feel like sometimes we doubt ourselves and doubt what we can do, and it's time to stop that, you know? Just need to know that what I'm thinking and what I'm doing is the right thing, and to keep moving in the right direction. And then my other one, it's a Drake line that I'll be saying with this. But Drake said, I would never break the promises I made to myself. And I would never make up names for myself to change the name that I just gave to myself. That's what I've been kind of feeling. Not the second part, but the first one. When I say something, follow through with it. Like, she trying to pull up. I'm screaming. She trying to pull up silently. I'm screaming.
She's falling.
You know, might as well pull me up too.
Period.
But yeah, I just feel like when I say something to myself, or when I set a goal for myself, when I say I'm not gonna do something anymore, stick to that shit. Like, stop making promises to yourself and not following through. I think that's been my biggest lesson this year.
So right now, what you promising us? What's one thing you gonna promise you gonna do next year for yourself? So we can hold you. Think Twice family is holding you accountable.
Something that I am going to make sure I do. That's a good question. I don't know if it's something that y'all can hold me accountable on. You know, it's really more so outside of my job. I've been focused on trying to build the nonprofit more. So that's really my main outside of work and creation goal.
Okay.
So yeah, hold me accountable with that.
Yeah.
Hold me accountable with
like
Self-Care
the
Sanctuary.
updates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about you?
Biggest lesson. It's my long year.
Yeah.
It's been a very long year, and I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned is how fast your life can go by when you are living in survival mode, and just reiterated to myself that I am not a person in this world that can walk unintentionally, and everything I have to do has to be calculated until I can get out of my survival mode and be the best person that I want to be to flourish. I feel like some of the environments I'm in right now, like they don't help to develop me. And so if I'm not doing anything proactively, I'm gonna sink in these environments. And so I know I have the ability and the energy and the strength to do whatever I put my mind to, honestly. And I just can't hold myself back anymore.
Yeah, that was a good one. And I feel like environment is so crucial to just self, peace of mind, getting things done, feeling motivated. That's super important. That's why I feel like, I know this is very random, that's why I feel like a lot of kids be like, I just read an article that said was it 2/3 of Detroit students missed 1 in 10 school days, and I feel like that could be partially due to the environment. Yeah, I know that was very random. You know, I work in education, so we be talking about shit like that all the time.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know, when people talk about that stuff, I'm always on the fence, because I was a kid, I missed school all the time. Like, I was always late, but my GPA was a 4.0. I would come in, I would take my test at the class, I would get the highest score in the grade, or highest score in the class. So I don't know, it just depends. I feel like so much of that academic stuff was focused on, oh, you're late, but bitch, I'm late and I'm still outscoring everybody that was here at the bell.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that'd be my tangent on that. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Okay. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
Like, I believe in them as a concept. Like, I know that that's a thing that people do. But for myself, I don't believe in setting New Year's resolutions anymore. My mom used to have me set New Year's resolutions every year. And it's just about goal setting. You want your kid to be goal oriented. I get that.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like now as an adult, it's not even about a resolution. Because at this point, why wait until motherfucking New Year's Eve to decide that I want to make a change? Do that shit now. And that's what I be having to tell myself. Fuck wait until next month to start some shit. If I want to start some shit, I'm going to start that shit now.
Yeah. So
that's why I've been like trying to get, working out more, eating better, because I want to get back to how I used to look, you know. Then with, Self-Care Sanctuary, just doing that. So if I had to do like goals, those would be my main goals for 2023. Okay. Build that up and then, get my health right. What about you?
Not too major, for real. Honestly.
I'm living, baby.
I'm just living. I really don't have any goals that I'm not pursuing or doing already. So, like, I already work out. Like, I already... Maybe... Nope. No. I don't really have any resolutions. I'm just going with not even a clear slate. Just, not even a clear piece of mind.
We're just moving. Moving forward. And that's all we can ask for.
That is it.
Well, shout out to 2022. It's been real.
It's been okay.
And lastly is our Think Twice Try of the Week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Our last try of the week of 2022. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Okay.
My try of the week is simple. enjoy the holidays. Okay, sip some cocoa, sip some eggnog, enjoy time with your family or not. Maybe just chill with yourself and your dog. But really like take this time to really relax, really wind down. My job, we get like 2 weeks off for the holidays.
Oh, that's cool.
So, you know, I'm definitely going to try to use that time. And one thing, I like be trying to stick with, like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm really just go chill. And then I'll be like trying to think of everything, like, oh, what can I get done? I really need to take my own advice and just fucking chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm such like not a like I be saying I'll be at home chilling, like I don't know, I need to use that time during like the holidays. Let's like really clean up my space. Like it's not messy, but it's just like I really want to like organize stuff and put stuff in new bins and label it, and I'm gonna use a lot of the downtime for that, and to like donate clothes that need to get out the house and just all that good stuff. So my try is to, it's usually opposite of what I say, but try, it's gonna sound weird, but try spending and saving money, right? Okay, so what I mean is try start to save. So like even if it's $5 from each check, like just tell yourself like this is an automatic negative $5. Like just really try, because at the beginning of the year I can admit like I did not have a savings. Like I don't know what I was spending. What the hell was I spending my money on?
Girl,
I did not.